The castle's imposing visage is the only thing that hasn't changed.
There are plenty of marshes and rivers around here, so you get people...
More and more people are losing... We have it better than most just being able to live out our days in peace. I can't...
What does peace even look like?
Lord Zuluon has a discerning eye.
What kind of life does the Emperor...
How's things? You've had a taste of officer life now. Starting to get used to things around here? No holding back, am I right? Good to see we can count on you. In any case, you're doing a fine job leading this band of ruffians. We may have our disagreements at times, but I got a feeling that you'll do fine. You were picked out by Lord Cao Cao himself, after all. Oh, almost forgot. I've good news for you. Remember when I told you that I was considering how to apply my natural talents to transporting provisions? Well, I think I've really found my calling there. Lord Cao Cao said my newfound skills will be a valuable addition to his force. Now, we can send provisions throughout the land without plundering or getting sacked. We'd be one step closer to his vision. I've been trying to figure out what I could do, but I think it's finally coming together. Damn right. But you know, I wouldn't have come this far without you. Whenever I see you at work, my doubts seem to completely vanish, and I see everything in a new light. And I'm here wondering what I can expect from you next. I just can't take my eyes off of you. Well, isn't that a nice thing to say? Guess that means let's keep giving the world something to be amazed at. Should be easy enough for the two of us.
This town has gotten bigger, now that I think about it. I wonder if that's thanks to Lord Cao Cao.
I see Cao Cao's old habits are back in force. He's been trying this way and that to bring Guan Yu under his command. They say he's given him all sorts of treasures, even the fabled red hair. It's the horse that Louis Bu rode. Ferocious and strong. Said to run 1,000 li in a day. And Cao Cao gave it to Guan Yu, an officer who surrendered to him. I doubt Guan Yu would change allegiances over mere flattery. I just hope it doesn't come back to haunt us later.
What perfect timing! Lord Cao Cao has called for you. We must hurry.
I have a question. Were you close to Guan Yu? Oh, I see. Guan Yu is a man of integrity. I imagine he will want to return to Liu Bei's side. But it would be a shame if such talent were lost along with Liu Bei's life. If possible, I would like him to join my forces. I had hoped that if you knew him well, you might be able to think of a way to win him over. So even you cannot think of a way to bring him over to our side. If he wishes to return to Liu Bei no matter what, then perhaps we must make sure that is no longer an option. Before anything else, I want to know what Guan Yu is thinking. The moment our army has a chance to wrap...
What? You're asking if I want to continue serving Lord Cao Cao? Certainly. He has been incredibly generous and has treated Liu Bei's family well. That is a debt I must repay in full before I leave. I will leave as soon as I know where I, Guan Yu, will stand with Liu Bei until... Why? Liu Bei is weaker than Lord Cao Cao. A cause for concern in some ways, I admit. Whenever he sees others suffering or in misery, he is driven to help them. Because of that, we, and Liu Bei himself, have had to endure countless hardships. Some may see that as foolishness. Others may jeer, calling it a lack of principle. But Liu Bei knows the suffering of the people. He knows the cries of the destitute who lack the power to act. I believe that is the quality necessary to bring an end to these times of war. Forgive my prattle, but those are my thoughts in full. I presume you came here at Lord Cao Cao's behest to see where I stand. If you would, please tell him that I am sorry.
Lord Guan Yu, I hear that Lord Liu Bei is still missing. I cannot imagine how that must feel. But I am happy that I could fight alongside you once more. And I say that in earnest.
I cannot.
No, you
Jung,
I
Lord,
might at the if we
I am
no.
Yuan Shao's forces gathered around Baima,
greatly outnumber our own. They must be trying to quash our potential strategies with sheer numbers.
Be that as it may, any commander who would lead such a massive army is bound to let his hubris get the better of them. We must discover and strike at where they have been negligent.
Send a small force to ambush them. Though if we can...
Separate them how? I doubt Yuan Shao would be easily fooled.
If one wants to catch a catfish sleeping at the bottom of a pond, one must use valuable bait.
Bait?
Very well. I will join the assault. Then even Yuan Shao will panic and send his army.
Lord Zuluan has a discerning eye. Ah, he's just so cool.
What does peace even look like?
For the sake of Lord Tao Tao's rule, for my family, I cannot rest, not even for a moment.
Let's begin.
Yes.
Yes.
Listen.
me here, I suppose our victory is all but assured.
Now go. I will act as bait and lure away their main force. You take a detachment. I will act force to drive through the gap and relieve Baima Castle.
Those are Cao Cao's forces, headed for Baima Castle. I have to warn Lord Yin Liang.
If they inform the main force of our position, we will lose the advantage of surprise. Quickly, pursue them!
We will keep the enemy at bay. You must hurry to Lord Yenliang's side.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
We have received word that Cao Cao himself is headed for Yanjin.
The enemy officer
We cannot let
has
this
been defeated.
opportunity go to waste. We shall send our troops to target him. We march at once!
It appears we have evaded detection.
The
by
enemy officer has
We
been
will
defeated.
continue our advance swiftly and silently.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
We must act at once.
The enemy officer
Their numbers
has been
matter
defeated.
not, for I will never falter. With enough wisdom and courage, there is
The enemy
always a path
officer
to victory.
has been defeated.
Begin advancing. Behold, Allied forces are marching to our aid. This will be
The
enough
enemy
to break the
officer
siege.
has been
Stand
defeated.
strong. Our victory is imminent.
The enemy
The
officer
strength of Yuan Shao's
been defeated.
forces lies in their inexhaustible numbers. They seem to be pouring out from the fort in an endless stream. We should first focus our efforts on taking the fort. That will force them to change their strategy.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Lord Cao Cao's renown makes him an excellent decoy. Just look at the size of the force they've sent after him. With this many of
The
their
enemy
soldiers
officer
here,
has been
Baima should
defeated.
be relatively unguarded. Our task is to do all that we can to
The
protect
enemy
Lord
officer
Cao Cao.
has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
How can this be?
Yan Liang has been defeated. Impossible. This cannot be. I can't believe we managed to drive back such a large force. We may be outnumbered, but this battle is far from hopeless. Send it, Wen Chou. Attack Yanjin and bring me Cao Cao's head.
The enemy officer.
Our next target
has
will
been
likely
defeated.
be the enemy forces at Yanjin. This time, we can send some of our soldiers to the
This territory
We can cross the river to the north and attack the enemy from behind. We must also be prepared to scale the cliffs on the way.
Normally, one
The
seeks
enemy
to overcome
officer
their opponent on the
been
battlefield
defeated.
through superior resources. You, on the other hand,
The enemy officer
depend on your wits
has been
and
defeated.
courage.
I'm starting to get fatigued. At this rate,
There's no virtue in dying for so little. I shall retreat and fight another day.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Damn it all. Why did it have to end like this? What? Wensho has fallen. This is not possible. What on earth happened?
We are providing aid in this battle in accordance with our pledge to the people of the North. However, seeing as Cao Cao is loyal to the Han court, we have no objections to taking his life. His crimson tail feathers dance in the wind as he tears across the battlefield. He must be.
I could foresee losing either Yanliang or Wensho, but for both to have been slain, you fought well this time, Cao Cao. But this brings you no closer to matching our might. In the end, there can only be one victor, and that will be me! Winning the first battle bodes very well for our side, but overcoming their greater numbers will prove to be difficult. This is not where we will strike the final blow. We will pull our forces back for now.